Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another new series. Yeah, this time we're just talking about video games. I mean, I kind of talk about video games already in the Let's Plays and the game bundles, but basically, yeah, this is just gonna be a series whenever I feel like it. Uh, just want to talk about maybe the games I've been playing recently, or some games I want to consider buying or playing, or something random stuff like maybe new games, or just rambling about like game genres and stuff like that, or yeah. So specifically today, just thinking about RPG games because honestly, like game genres are kind of confusing at this point because like RPG, technically role playing, you're pretending to be somebody. That's like that applies to most games, but specifically, usually RPG is like there's some kind of progression. You're leveling up your skills, finding new gear, stuff like that. But even that, so there's so many games that has RPG elements. You could just see all these games scrolling by that RPG. Let's see, Black Myth Wukong. So that's like look at this. Look at how many tags. Action. It is definitely mythology, Chinese mythology. Action RPG. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. Action game. It is action games because usually action games you do fighting. I think pretty much any kind of action game is like some kind of combat involved. Like Super Mario, is that an action game? Because you're not really fighting in that one. I don't know, but like yeah, like racing games, those are not action. Sports games are not action. So I don't think. Yeah, I think it's usually action means some kind of combat. Uh, RPG. I never played the game, but watch people play it. Some people say it's like a Souls like. Some people say it's not Souls like. It's like a boss rush or anything. But yeah, story rich. Usually, yeah. So the main thing, right? RPGs, they're story rich and they have some kind of progression system. Basically, you have to grind up some. You can grind up some levels, stats. Upgrade your moves or learn new moves like Pokemon. You know, upgrade your gear, get items and stuff like that. So this and yeah, Souls like let's say it is a Souls like. Souls like are like a type of hack and slash RPG. But and it's also from Japan, so technically it's like like Dark Souls would be like a JRPG, right? But yeah, anyway. So let's see, Final Fantasy 16, the goat. Final Fantasy, that's like probably one of the most popular RPG genres. Wait, this has spectacle fighter. I don't know, because spectacle fighter usually it means like there's a heavy focus on combat. But yeah, anyway, that's what I'm talking about. Too many genres mashing up together. Um, yeah. So it probably is. I'm not definitely not gonna buy this until it's like 60% off, like 2, 3, 5 years from now or whatever. I still have to buy all the other Final Fantasy games. So definitely, I want to get Black Myth Wukong later on sale. Final Fantasy 16 and all the other Final Fantasies, and that's interesting because like the even the Final Fantasy series, like every game has like a different type of combat. So there's like the turn based. There's action. The first few ones are turn based. This one is action RPG. Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy 17. Final Fantasy 12. It's almost like a single player MMORPG. I played that before on the PS2 and I loved it. How is this? Is this RPG? What? MMORPG? Destiny 2? Isn't this a shooter? Like a looter shooter or something? I don't know. Maybe because you gain loots and you get power ups and stuff like that. But yes, I did try Persona Tactics. I don't think I tried this one on Game Pass, and I did not like it because there's too much story. Unfortunately, sometimes the RPG games has way too much story that I just keep on skipping, and it's like, where's the action? So definitely, even though I like RPG mechanics and RPG games, I do not like every single RPG game in existence. That's for sure. I really do not like the heavy story uh, uh, series, like the Elder Scrolls series and the Fallout series. Uh, mm, they're they're I mean they're definitely good, but also like there's kind of like too much loot going on, and I'm obsessed with picking up every single piece of loot I can encounter, and then I'm spending so much time going back to town, you know. And God of War Ragnarok, is that really an RPG? I know it's definitely a hack and slash game. The the ones I played on PS2, it wasn't like really heavy RPG. Like you could learn new skills, but you I don't think you actually leveled up. I don't know if they changed the newer ones where you level up. I did hear it's closer to the Souls like. So the Souls like games, they do have some RPG elements. Project Zomboid, I guess it is an RPG because you get skills and level up and stats and stuff like that. Hmm. But it's yeah, I guess yeah, it's like a hybrid of RPG and those survival crafting games, and I guess it's an open world as well. And yeah, a lot of the older open worlds, it didn't have like open world. Older RPGs didn't really have like an open world. It had like, uh, I guess it's closer to like a semi-open world, where like you have the overworld, yeah, where like a map of all the towns and stuff, and then you go into the town, and it would open a different map, which is specifically just a town. But now, like Final Fantasy 15, that is in fact an open world. Yeah. So open world genre is kind of confusing because it can mean a specific type of style of game, like GTA games. Those used to be open world before every single game was open world. Open world games meant like Grand Theft Auto, that kind of thing. But now like almost every game is open world. Monster Hunter, I tried one of them on Game Pass. I did not like it because it's basically like I thought there'd be epic storylines like The Witcher or something, but instead it's more like Diablo with even less story and just focus on getting loot, killing monsters and stuff. I heard Final Fantasy 14 is really good and people recommend playing it, and I honestly don't really like MMORPGs or any online games anymore, but it seems like you could, especially MMORPGs, because you cost money every month. But apparently, you can play up to like I think level 70 or something. An evolving world. You know, I gotta get copyright claim for this. I hope not. Free trial. Learn more about the demo. You get, was it up to level 70? No restrictions on playtime. Yeah, I don't know how far that you can get, but like that seems okay. I might give it a shot because I keep on hearing good things about it. You know, yeah, and mostly positive reviews. Oh my god, 8 minutes. Okay, I thought I was rambling on for a long time. Dota 2? That's not RPG. Get out of here. This is a MOBA. It's closer strategy. I guess it's strategy. I mean, there's RPG elements because your character is leveling up and you can find some loot and uh you know, you can get like boots and stuff like that. Like I don't know if Dota, yeah, I think Dota 2 is something like that where you can equip gear items for your character, your hero. So I mean, it definitely has RPG elements, but I would not call it an RPG because it's not. Yeah, it's definitely not story rich. There's like barely any story. Like the characters themselves, they do have some backstory and stuff. And I watched the Dota anime. I like that, but the yeah the the game itself is definitely not an RPG. That's why sometimes these tags, real time strategy is not real time strategy because you're not controlling an army. You're just like the Dota 2 is more closer to like Dynasty Warriors or something, where you just control one hero and you go around killing millions of monsters. So it's closer to Dynasty Warriors than an RPG or a real time strategy. That's in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Tower defense, like I I can see that kind of. Yeah. VR chat. How is this RPG? Because you're role playing. So I mean, in a very, very technical. sense, yes, it is RPG, but I don't think this is a game where you're going around like going to dungeons and getting loot and leveling up and finding gear. Yeah, I don't know how the hell this is an RPG. How? Why is this here? Why is this in the role playing game section? Final Fantasy VII Remake, definitely RPG. And I think they made it so it's closer to open world. I don't know if it's open. I don't know. I think it's probably like a semi-open world. But yeah, let's see what kind of RPGs on my wish list. Fable. Yeah, this is like a more yeah definitely open world RPG. It's only $8. That's not too bad. I mean, here's the thing. I have so many games. I have a whole bunch of. Let me see. Let me check my library. I was playing Dream Tactics before. I have so many, like so many games. Some I bought, some I got for free, and some I got from bundles. Yeah. Let's see. RP. What happens if I type RPG? You see, that's annoying. It only searches. Why can't I search for the tag? Can I do that? Can I search through the tag? No. Does that work? Oh, yeah, okay. Let's see. Yeah, because basically every game that has a tag RPG in it. Uh, what? I don't. I don't think this is an RPG. I don't know. Maybe kind because you're building a fleet of ships and going around. Like it's like a pirate game. I don't. There's probably RPG elements. I don't know. This one I. Yeah, a lot of these games I never even played. I bought them or got them for free or whatever. I think this is a free game actually. Is it? But yeah, whatever. RPG. This is I don't think this is an RPG. It's definitely like a shooting kind of game. I never played it. Maybe there's RPG elements. Aliens Fires Team Elite. How is this RPG? Get out here. Where does this tag come from? Is this just all my games? No, but I mean, see, it has RPG elements. Yeah, I think this is not good. Let me look for the actual RPGs here. It has RPG elements because wait, what is this? I don't even know what I got this in a bundle. I don't even know what kind of game it is. It's a card battler. It's not RPG. But yeah, the Alien Fireteam Elite technically has RPG elements because your characters you're leveling them up through the missions, and you can find new gear, the different guns, and like attachments and customization, and you can level up your weapons. So in a sense, it definitely has RPG elements, but I would not consider RPG. Uh, 6 minutes. This one also RPG elements. But this is definitely a strategy game. Because the characters can level up. This actually might be a strategy RPG. Yeah, tactical RPG. Yeah, because the characters you keep them between the battle and they have the individual equipment and stats and level up. So yeah, this is definitely a RPG, a strategy RPG, not like this traditional RPG, but yeah, this is a strategy RPG. Let's see what else. Metroidvanias, I feel like some of them are like definitely close to regular RPGs. Uh, like like this one, you level up and you get all this different gear. Like this is like the Ignovanias, the Castlevanias on I think Game Boy Advance and DS, or is it only DS ones? But basically, you level up. There's a heavy emphasis on the RPG. You're getting gear, collecting gear, all this. You can go to there's like shops you can buy gear and stuff like that. Definitely heavy emphasis on the RPG element. So I could see this being RPG, but yeah, Metroidvania is kind of like a hybrid. You got uh, RPG and platforming elements, but there's also specific things like gate ability, locking doors and stuff like that. Book of Demons. This is an RPG. It's basically Diablo, but with cards. So it's like Diablo specific. Yeah, that's literally what it is. It's like Diablo 1, but instead of using like the attacking with your mouse click or whatever, you're using cards. So yeah, yeah, it's like a deck building. Yeah, you. I don't remember. I don't think you get loot. It's just cards. Instead of like weapons and stuff, you get cards. I mean, the cards might have weapons, but it's like the spells and skills and stuff. I did play this for 18 hours. I liked it a lot. I don't know if I'll revisit it. Maybe. Definitely a game I would revisit in the future. Maybe. Coral Island. I mean, you're leveling up your skills and stuff like that. There's some RPG elements. Coromont is like Pokemon, indie Pokemon. I still didn't play it yet. Like I said, I got that. This was in the Indie IO bundle. So this is definitely a turn-based RPG. Let's see what else. Dark Deity. This is a strategy RPG. I played it briefly. I like it a lot. This is like Fire Emblem. It's exactly like Fire Emblem. Let's see. Darksiders, that's like a hack and slash like God of War. So maybe there's some RPG elements. This is an MMORPG. I couldn't even play it because you have to create an account and I'm like, forget it. Dead Age series, yeah, definitely RPG elements. Your characters level up, mm, and there's also some base management. This is and it's turn-based combat, kind of RPG-ish. I'm not gonna say it's not an RPG. Dead Island Riptide, definitely an RPG, kind of open world RPG. I only played 17 minutes because it's scary. I didn't even reach the freaking zombies yet, and I was already freaking out. I'll definitely revisit this in the future. This is a card battler. I don't really think it's an RPG, but what else? This is an RPG. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I played it for 7 hours already. I like it a lot, and it says it's open world, but it's more closer to semi-open world because like in the middle of a mission, I can't just go explore wherever I want. I tried accessing the world map, and it's like no, you can't leave. You have to do your mission. It's like so it's not really an open world, semi-open world, but it is an RPG because your character is leveling up and getting stats. You don't get any equipment, uh, but yeah, it's there's stats and you can learn new skills and stuff. It's definitely RPG. Uh, I played this for 2 hours. Yeah, this one is pretty good, and I like this because you get those pawns, the NPC allies. Yeah, there's something. You're right. So there's like the traditional RPG where you control you control the party directly, turn based, and then there's like uh, there's games like Kakarot, Dragon Ball Z, Kakarot, Dragons, Dogma, where you still have the party members, but instead of you controlling them in the turn-based combat now, because it's an action RPG, you're controlling a character or a main character, and then the AI, the NPCs, the bots will control your allies, the other people in your party. I like that because, um, I guess, because yeah, because it's fun to watch the allies help you, and also because I'm not good at video games. So even though I like the action RPG gameplay, where because it's more engaging compared to the turn-based RPG, it's like more exciting and stuff. And also because you have allies, they help fight, and it makes it easier for me because I'm bad at video games. Because usually like that same thing, yes, the bots usually like really accurate. They won't miss their attacks. They won't fumble around like me. Like can't yeah. In general, I like having the bots because they're good and they help you a lot. But sometimes they kind of suck because they get stuck or they target the wrong characters and stuff. Dream Tactics. This is a straight up RPG. Even though it says even though it's a strategy RPG. At first glance, I thought it was something like Fire Emblem. I actually like. I don't like the graphics. The graphics is too simple for me, but I like the gameplay a lot, and it's just a straight up RPG. Cause like Dark Deity is like Fire Emblem, where and like Final Fantasy Tactics, where every level you every level is like a mission. There's no overworld or anything. This game actually has like maps and your overworld. You're going around talking to NPCs and stuff. So this is more like a traditional RPG. yeah. So let's say this is like the older Final Fantasy games, but the combat is turn-based strategy and also cards. Instead of just choosing your attack or your spell, it's cards. So it's definitely an interesting, yeah. So like combat wise, it's unlike the traditional RPGs, but the it has like the overview, and you find you can find, you can unlock chests and find gear and stuff. Yeah, so definitely I have no idea how to describe this kind of RPG. I feel like this is I don't know, it needs its own category or something. I don't know. It's definitely nothing like Fire Emblem or Final Fantasy Tactics. It's definitely more closer to like regular Final Fantasy. Yeah. This is not no RPG, is it? Don't what the hell? Let's see what other RPG games that I have. Fallout. I only played 2 minutes because the graphics is really old and I do not like it. I'll definitely revisit it someday. And I also have Fallout 2 on, I think, was it GOG? Good Old Games, and or is it Epic? And I also have Fallout Tactics, which is not an RPG, but I don't think so. Maybe a strategy RPG. Who knows? It's either a turn-based strategy game or a strategy RPG. They both have similar gameplay, but the main difference is strategy. Turn-based strategy is like usually it's like Advanced Wars, Fire Emblem. No, yeah, it's like Advanced Wars where like every mission you start fresh. Yeah, you have to like, yeah. There's you don't right. The strategy RPGs, the characters, your army follows you with every mission, but something like Advanced Wars, where it's just a turn-based strategy. Every mission you have to create a new army, or you get new troops and stuff like that. Or it's like the real-time strategy StarCraft, where every mission you get new base, new units, new everything. Pretty much nothing carries over between battles. Yeah, that's the main difference between turn-based strategy and strategy RPGs. Fallout 4 definitely RPG. This is open world, but it's weird because most open world games, there's no load. Like you load the game, and then when you go to another building, there's no loading. Like GTA, you can go into any store, building, etc. There's never any loading involved. But Fallout 4, it is a huge open world. There's NPCs everywhere. You can do all these quests, and there's like loot area, like items and stuff like that. But when you enter certain buildings, you have to load. So that's, yeah, it's definitely different from the traditional RPG. I mean, tradition. Yeah, it's different from traditional RPG and traditional open world game. Yeah. So this one, it's definitely more. It's more focusing on choices and dialogue, and it's too much story, honestly. And I definitely feel like I get bogged down getting the loot, because played this game for 20 hours already, and I'm still at the beginning of the game because I keep on going back and forth with the loot and all that stuff. This is an online gotcha RPG. It's kind of like a remake of Final Fantasy VII, but as a gotcha game. I think it combines story elements from all the Final Fantasy VII games. Like it's a recap. I played it for 3 hours. Why? Final Fantasy 15. I only played for 4 hours. I bought this like last year, maybe like 10 months ago or something, and I'm nowhere in close to beating the game. I only played it every once in a while. And this one is a open world game. There's NPCs, side quests everywhere, and I actually kind of don't like it because the driving is boring. Like Grand Theft Auto, even though I suck at driving, but it's like driving from one area to another can be boring, but because you can control the car and you can crash into stuff, and like that kind of makes it fun. Uh, Being a bad driver makes it fun, crashing into stuff. But in here, you you can't really like it. It follows a specific path, so I just let the other character auto drive, and you can't auto drive during night. You have to manual drive during night, and there's like giant monsters, like level 50 monsters trying to kill you and stuff. Like I don't like traveling in the nighttime. Yeah, this game, there's a lot of issues with it, and a lot of people do not like it actually. This is a looter shooter, but there's RPG elements maybe. Are looter shooters RPGs? Because I mean, it has the looting dungeons part, like heavy emphasis on loot, and I think you do level up and gain stats and stuff like that. Uh, Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't. This is an open world game for sure. I'm not sure if you. Is this an action RPG or open world game? I haven't played it. I played it an hour, but I think I'm still like in the tutorial, and then suddenly there's stealth, and I'm just rambling stuff. But yeah, I haven't gone far enough to determine if it's RPG or not. I don't think so. I don't think so. This is like a Metroidvania or a 2D platformer thing. That's not really RPG. This is like an idle Fallout game or idle Wasteland game. So the Kingdom Hearts games, these are like action RPGs, and it's the world is weird because it's, I mean, there's no overworld, and all the planets are not connected. I mean, you're traveling through the gummy ship, so it's kind of like the overworld where you're traveling with the airship. So it's definitely closer to the old style RPGs, but with the modern action RPG combat. And it's also really hard because you have to do blocks and dodges and parries and stuff like that. That that's one thing I don't like about the action RPGs when they're too hard and you actually have to be good at the game. I like I like the more simplistic gameplay. That's one advantage about the turn-based RPGs where it's not reflex based and you just take your time, strategize, and a lot of times you could just spam attack. Some enemies you might have to cast specific spells to do the extra critical damage and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of RPG games. This 42 hours, jeez. I know Kingdom Hearts 1 took me like 30 hours, so but sometimes I load up the game and uh I don't play it. I have to eat dinner or whatever. I played this for a little bit. This is like Diablo. Uh, Diablo is like action RPG, but when people say action RPGs, they don't mean like Final Fantasy 15 or Kingdom Hearts, where it's just RPG with action combat, gameplay. When they say action RPG, they usually mean like isometric dungeon looting, dungeon crawlers, isometric dungeon crawlers, but the main heavy focus is getting loot. Lots and lots of loot. Yeah. So I tried it. I prefer Diablo 2. The problem with a lot of it, like for this one, the combat is it's like you're spamming cooldowns and stuff like that. That's why I don't like about the modern action RPGs or the dungeon looting, crawling looter games. Is there's too much. It's too close to the MMORPGs where you're spamming cooldowns. I don't like that. Like Diablo 2, I mean, some spells do have cooldowns like Meteor, but for the most part, you just hold one button and everything dies. It's very simple. It can be complicated. Some builds you require like some character. Yeah, some builds like they say barbarian. You have to activate all your battle orders and war cries and stuff like battle cries to boost your stats and stuff like that. And some builds are a little bit more complicated. Like say like yeah, you have to switch your weapon in order to activate the spells and stuff like that. But for the most part, a lot of simple builds is just you just equip your strongest spell and you just spam it and everything dies. That's the simplicity of Diablo 2 and that's why I love it so much. And even though I bought it last year, I barely play it, but I'm definitely gonna play it some more. Yeah. This one is another strategy RPG I got from the Humble Bundle. I did not play it yet. I'm definitely gonna play it. This one it says is RPG, but I'm not sure if I'm definitely gonna play it, but I'm not sure if I like it. Just from the visuals, I don't really like it. The combat looks also weird. I'll have to play it to actually try to figure out if I like it or not. And let's see where's yeah, here's an RPG. I like this a lot. I played only 18 hours, but yeah, I got this because I didn't even play the first one yet. But I played it briefly on Game Pass. I'll definitely get the first one later on. I'll definitely get all the Final Fantasy games later on. But yeah, RPGs they take forever. They take like dozens of hours, but uh, I like the gameplay, so it's absolutely worth it. So this is an action RPG gameplay, and it's not open world like Final Fantasy 15. It's like the older school where there's the overworld, and then you go into the town, and that's like a different map and stuff like that. Yeah. And right, so I like this because it kind of reminds me of Suikoden games where you're recruiting a lot of characters. So some RPG games you only get like say 3 characters, 5 characters, 7 characters. Like you don't get a lot of characters. Uh, and then like the action RP, like the dungeon looting, dungeon crawling looter like Diablo, you only get one. I mean, you can create multiple characters, but you can only play as one character. You don't get no party members unless you're playing online with other people. But yeah, for this one, uh, you you recruit. It's like Suikoden where you're recruiting lots and lots of characters, and they can help build up your town, your kingdom, kind of thing. So I actually like that because it's like RPG plus other gameplay elements. It's like splashing with other genres. I think Suikoden was probably the first one who does it, like the Suikoden games where you recruit over 100 characters. I don't I don't know if there's 100 characters in Kuni too, but definitely you're recruiting a lot of characters and they can help build up your town. Uh, this is like this is an open world game. Where's Path of Exile? This is like Diablo 2, but I don't like it because the skills, the skill system, instead of choosing a class, you just create a character and you have to follow guides to figure out how to to play the character, and you have to follow the skill. I do not like the skill tree. Go look it up, but it's super duper complicated. I do not like this game at all. I played it for 14 hours. I played it multiple times. I tried to get into it. I just could not get into it at all, despite playing 14 hours. Like Diablo 2, I played like 3 minutes. I can instantly get into it. Where's the other RPGs? That's a MMO. I mean, not MMO. It's a Metroidvania. I'm pretty sure. Is that all the RPGs I have? There's like a Souls like. There's Souls like Metroidvania. There's some RPG elements. I think. Does this have RPG elements? I don't know. This one is the MMORPG version, right? Right? No, no. This is the original. Yeah. Wait. No, this is the MMORPG. Yeah. So this is Coder. This is the Western RPG. This is the. I'm not sure if it's the. Did this have RPG elements? This is probably RPG elements, but this is more like a hack and slash with some first-person shooter game. But this one is one of the earlier Star Wars RPGs. I think the company that made this later on made Mass Effect. I could be wrong though, but yeah. So this is like a I'm not sure if it's turn-based RPG. I played it a long time ago at my cousin's house, but I never beat it, and I obviously did not get far because I don't remember anything about it. But I got this with the Star Wars collection. I'm definitely gonna play it. I have so many RPGs. I have so many shooters, so many strategy games, so many everything. I'm gonna play them all someday, eventually. Why am I spending so much time making these videos when I could be playing games, right? But yeah, I don't know. I want to share. I want to show you all these games I have that I'm never gonna play. I did. I could have sworn I played this game at least like 10 minutes. Why is there zero data involved? Whatever. Farming sim 61 hours. Let's see if I can beat that with Coral Island. This one it's like a gotcha game, but I you can play it single player offline. No, you can't play it offline. But I don't think there's actually any. I'm not sure if there's any online co-op stuff, but there is energy. So even though you're doing the campaign, it requires energy. But honestly, I got bored of it before I even used up all my energy. But there is some gotcha stuff. But for the most part, it's kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics. Yeah, it's like Final Fantasy Tactics. There's like job systems and stuff like that. I'm not sure if you can change the job classes for the characters, but it's closer to Final Fantasy Tactics. It has the isometric grid thing. It's definitely not like Fire Emblem. So like in terms of strategy RPGs, the main two contrasting would be like Fire Emblem and Final Fantasy Tactics. There's also Ogre Battle Tactics, Ogre Battle, but those games are similar to Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm not even sure which one came first, but yeah, I think those are the three strategy RPG uh, franchises. And yeah, this one is another strategy RPG. I did not play it yet, but uh, from what I've seen, I like it a lot. So it's definitely it's like more army based, so that's cool. It's not like individual characters. It's not just so it looks kind of closer to Advance Wars maybe. And oh my god, oh my goodness, Muscle Mommy, jeez. When I saw that, it's like yeah, definitely getting this game for sure. Definitely, definitely getting the game. Jeez. The graphics, the visuals look really good. I like this army style thing. It reminds me of Advance Wars, multiple units. Like the Fire Emblem is just one versus one, but this is like a whole army or a squad or whatever. So I definitely like this. Is that the Muscle Mommy? I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So definitely looking forward to this game. This game, it's like closer to immersive sim. Maybe this like it's not quite Fallout, but there's like some crafting involved. You can, I think you can level up, and there's skills and stuff. Yeah, you can level up. You can levels, learn skills. There's lock picking. There's things that remind me of Fallout games, but the Fallout game, but it's not like a. I don't think it's an open world. I think it's more close. It's more like semi-open world. I'm not too sure. I didn't get too far in the game, but there's some NPCs and some quests. Mm, but so far, yeah, uh, it's definitely not a huge open world like Fallout. Yeah, so I have to play more to determine if it's an RPG or not. But I definitely like it, and it's kind of tense because the Terminators, the even the basic robots are really strong, and we're getting there. This is what I'm talking about. I only bought the Retribution, but now I got these two for free. Free upgrade. I'll probably get Dawn of War 1 and 3 later on. This one is like Diablo 2. I played it 50 hours. So this one is like Diablo 2, but sci-fi Warhammer 40K, and that's like I like this one a lot because it's like sci-fi. And the flamethrower, the Crusader with the flamethrower, awesome. It's like there's no skills, it's just weapons. And so this one is more gear focused. Like the when you're leveling up, your the the skills you learn. It's not skills, is it? I mean, it's more like talents, traits. I don't know. It's you're not learning new skills, are you? No, I think the summoner guy he learns new skills. Or no, the ability is based on the gear. Everything is based on your gear. All your abilities are based on the gear that you find. Uh, but when you level up, it's not like skill. It's more like passives. Cause like in Diablo 2, there's like the active skills, like say like a meteor or summon skeleton, and then there's the passives where it just makes your spell stronger. Like skeleton mastery increases the stats of your skeletons and skeletal mages, or golem mastery for your golems, and then you got like cold mastery for your cold spells and stuff like that. So for this one, I believe it's all passive. I don't think you learn any new abilities from your skills. It's just all passive skills. So it's stuff like increase flame damage, or increase maybe single target damage, increase area effect damage, something like that. Increase your grenade damage, stuff like that. Increase your health. I think it's all passive. So it's definitely different, but still, I like it a lot. I haven't played it in a while. And I did get the DLC for the Sisters of Battle, and there's a new class upcoming, but definitely a game I'll revisit in the future. This is the expansion for it. And this one is like a strategy RPG. So this is Dream Tactics is close to this, because of the uh because you're retaining the characters between. No, you're not retaining the character. You just have a deck. So you're retaining the deck between. No, the characters. Yeah, each character has their own deck. So that's how Dream Tactic is like. But I don't think they gain any levels between the battles or anything. Increase stats. There's no gear or anything. This, uh, but it's like the card-based battles. Yeah. So I guess this is like a. I'm not sure if it's a strategy RPG. Is it? Is it just a turn-based strategy? I think it might just be a turn-based strategy. But it says RPG. I don't know. I'm not. I don't remember if they gain levels between battles. It's been a while since I played this game, and it's delisted. Uh, yeah, it's gone forever, because they probably don't have the license anymore. Did they make any new games? Oh, they have made new games, and they're still making new games. But I don't know. Do they still make deck building me Souls like? No, thank you. I mean, it might be fun, but I'm not gonna buy it for sure. Hmm. Yeah, I like the Space Wolf game a lot. Maybe I'll replay it in the future since I still own, because I can play it whenever I want. I only played it 7 hours. The problem was the missions were really hard and took forever. That's why I end up never finishing it. Zombicide, this is like Diablo 2. I haven't played it in years, but I played a lot of hours into it because it was really fun. It's like Diablo 2. The only problem, the graphics are ass. and it's like, because the problem with Diablo 3 and Diablo 4 is you get so much loot. You're swimming in legendary garbage. For Zombicide, it's like the complete opposite. It's like Diablo 2, but now you get no gear. You get gear, but it's all crap. like getting a rare item, getting a rare item is like almost impossible. Getting a magical item is like pretty uncommon, and it's like, yeah. And it's also like Diablo 2, where the skills is similar to Diablo 2, but definitely some skills are more stronger than the others. I like this a lot. I sunk a lot of hours into it. I don't know if I'll ever play it ever again because it's really tedious and grindy and difficult. But maybe in the future when I'm bored, right? I have an RPG Maker game. Yeah, I think that's all my RPGs. I don't know if there's any more. Let's see if there's any more in this RPG tag here. I think I talked long enough. Is this the RPG? I have several. I have several RPGs. Why can't I search my own tags? Store tag? I don't know. I got the JRPGs. This one is dynamic, so it just put games in here automatically. I would say Dream Tactics is like JRPG. This is definitely not a JRPG. I don't think so. Is it? It's definitely a strategy RPG. Fire Emblem, is that a JRPG? I don't know. I don't know, but because usually I think JRPGs it's not super heavy on strategy. I don't know, but I'm gonna remove it from JRPG. I don't consider it JRPG. This one, I feel like I should remove it from the strategy RPG. This is more closer to the JRPG than strategy RPG. Uh, and this one I haven't played it yet. And this is not even made in Japan. Apparently, it's made by Korean developers. But some games are like JRPGs, but they're not. They're made in the West because they're made in the traditional turn-based style. Yeah, I pretty much covered everything, right? Oh, this one? What the hell is this? Envision of Mana. I tried the demo. It's pretty fun. I would definitely get the game if it's like 60% off. RPGs. Yeah. So this is like more simulation. The characters do level up and stuff, but I don't think you actually do any battles. I think you just. Oh no, you do. My bad. It's been a while since I played this game. This is definitely closer to like a simulation type. It's like a mashup. Hey, it's on sale, 94% off if you want to get it. I don't. I'm pretty sure I did some videos on this, at least one, but 2 hours. So I clearly did not like it that much. All right, I rambled for 45 minutes. What the? Anyway, so hopefully you enjoyed watching this video. Any RPG franchises you want to recommend to me? Yeah, well, definitely let me know down below. All right, thank you for watching. I talked about so many RPGs. You know, which ones have you played? Which ones do you like, etc. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.